Yeah, and like this song is like drop a dot on the map. I got a full tank of gas. Mama, don't you worry, I'll make it back. Because that's like me. I'm always going here, going there, and my mom's like always worried. I'm like, it's okay. And the music video too. Actually, I have the little map right here. This is the
Okay,
map from
let's
the
see it.
music video.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one, that you were going to put a pin on the map and then you were just going to go or something.
There it is. And so in the video, we because of the times we're in, we specifically made the dot on the map to be Trail, DC, where I live.
Oh,
Because we're all doing our own little staycations all the time, right? And so that was kind of the vibe of the video too, because we just traveled all around my home area, like my hometown and just close to. And yeah, and my director was amazing. And yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun.
Drop a dot on the map, got a full tank of gas. Mama, don't you worry, I'll make it back. I'm a freedom queen, got places to be, and pockets full of crazy dreams. Gonna dance like no one's watching, and gonna live that song free falling, like a gypsy girl, like a rebel child.
So excited. I have listened to your record, Where Wild Hearts Beat, and I'm really excited to talk to you about it, because there's a lot in there that I think is worth what's it called? Like just taking apart and trying to find out the story behind the body of work itself. So let me officially welcome you, Lisa Nicole, to Pop-Up Conversations. We're here in Toronto. We talk to artists across the country about their musical journey and what they're currently working on, and we couldn't be more pleased to have you on the show today. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you for all those nice compliments, and I'm very excited to be here as well, so thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so I want to begin. I think the best place for me to start this conversation would be what I was drawn to on the record. It could just be where I'm at as an individual right now, but I found myself drawn to the much slower songs on the album, the ballads and stuff like that. So we're gonna talk about a Gypsy Girl, which is your hit on there. But I want us to start from the last song on the album. If you wouldn't mind just telling me about the story about He'll Be With You and what prompted that record.
Yeah, well, I was living down in Nashville at the time. And, part of being away on the road or being away on songwriting trips or whatever, is that you can't always be instantly home for people during really hard times. And when I was down there, one of my best friends lost her husband in a pretty tragic accident here in the Kootenays. And I just had to write about it. And I was so compelled to write a story for her. I went to a writing room with Tennille Arts and Mallory Johnson, and we wrote the song in like an hour, and didn't change much. And it really, just from knowing about their relationship and stuff, it really tells a really nice story for them. So it's a bit of a sad inspiration, but it's based on a true story, really.
I was going to ask so you deliver it. I know you're a musician and that's what you do, and being able to emote, really powerful emotions is part of the, job description of what you do. But it's so grounded, it's so real, it's almost as though this is an experience that you felt personally. So what was that process like? How did that writing session go when you were putting those combination of words together and trying to express what your friend might have been going through at that period of time?
Yeah, and exactly. I just was thinking about her the whole time, and just thinking about, all the moments that they had together, and, just thinking about how sad it would be for her to be alone in her home, and but that he'll always be with her. And, you know, I talk about the morning drive and the coffee cup on the shelf and how he would close her book at night because she loves to read. And so, yeah, I just really thought about them and wrote the story from there. And when we recorded it too, we also took a very organic approach because it's fairly acoustic for most of the songs, especially. And so my longtime music partner, Jason Thomas, played the acoustic guitar, and he sang the background vocals, and we kind of did that live together. And yeah, turned out so good.
Awesome. It is a great record. I want to read you something from your little bio here that you talk about this album, and then I'm going to ask you why the title and where you got that title from before we start going into the songs themselves. But you refer to this album, that this album represents your legacy project with all of your heart and soul put into it. What do you mean by that?
Well, I've been writing this album for at least 3 years, and there's even 2 songs in the album that are from about 5 years ago. So you know, I wrote it down in Nashville, then came back to BC and recorded it, and it takes so much time and love and care and dedication, you know, years of your life until the release date. So yeah, I put every ounce of my passion into it.
I hear you. Okay, so no, but that's great. I always love asking artists this question. So you take so long to write a project, a record, or something like that, and for each individual songs, like at what point do you know when a record is done? At what point do you know when a record is finished? It could be when you're done writing, or at what take is it okay to live a song and say, okay, it's album ready or it's EP ready?
Yeah, that's really hard, because often you start with like 200 songs, and you have to just cut them down and down and down and down, and maybe you'll even record songs that won't even make the album. You know, and you just sit with them and you feel them, and I think in the end it just comes to which songs feel right, which songs you feel are just your best work, you know, and that you feel that people will connect with and they're authentic to you. And yeah, that's what I did. I didn't have any like, I'm gonna only do 5 or I have to do 10 or whatever it is. So it just ended up being 7 songs, and like I said, yeah, 2 of the songs I pulled from 5 years ago that I wrote. So it's pretty cool how that happens.
Which I think it's a good place to ask. So for the title of the album itself, how did you arrive in that? And was that a reflection at all about the body of work that you had put together? Were you under any, not really pressure, but when you're titling an album, when you're giving an album a name, what comes into that process? And do you want it to be a direct reflection of what the body of work is talking about?
Yeah, and how I went through that process was I went through every song and I wrote down 1 or 2 or 3 lines from every song, or I'd write down a couple words from every song. And so Where Wild Hearts Beat is lyrics from Gypsy Girl. So Go With the Flow, Where Wild Hearts Beat is a lyric in Gypsy Girl.
Okay. Okay. All right. No, I think it's I love the title of the album itself, and more so I think it's the official cover of the artwork of the album, and it was like a shot of you turned away. Where was that shot, and who shot it, and how much input did you have in that? It's just like a really great art cover.
Thank you. I love it. And again, that goes back to those years of making. I did that photo shoot 2 years ago, I think. And because that's how long it takes to plan an album. And it's because, you know, you do one big photo shoot for all the singles that you're going to put out. So that photo was, I believe it was the last shot of the day. It was in Victoria, just outside of Victoria. And the photographer was Suzanne Segmeister. And gosh, she went to lengths to get that photo because it was in the fall. and
Okay.
she like laid down in the creek because you can see there's a waterfall there, right? So
Yeah.
she's like
Yeah.
laying down to get that shot, and it was so cold. She gave me her rubber boots to walk through the water, and she went bare feet. Oh, anyways, and yeah, I love that photo, and it's just it kind of makes you wonder, you know, because it's yeah from behind, and it's just it captures that free spiritedness with the waterfall, and also Bronwyn did the graphics, so she did that nice artwork around the cover from Feisty Creative. She's been on my team for like 6 years. So I often will just be like, this is kind of my idea, go with it. And she just like is always so amazing.
Awesome. Awesome. So, if you've had somebody in your team for like 6 years or so, do you? I take it. Do you like keep people who you work with over the years? Is that part of your stuff? Have you found that you've carried people with you all through the years that you've been making music?
Yeah. My publicist, Jasper, who you know, he's,
Okay.
yeah, he's been with me for, I think, 6 years as well.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, between him and Bronwyn, who does my graphics, and my radio tracker, there's, yeah, a few key people on your team that you stick with. And I trust them, and we just work so well together. You know, when you find someone that you just work so well with, then you hold on to them.
Awesome.
But
Awesome.
otherwise,
Okay.
like music wise, that often will change from artist to or from album to album or song to song, just because maybe you're evolving and maybe you want a different sound for your album. So on this album, I went with a different producer, as all three of my albums are different producers. So yeah, it changes too.
Yeah, so I read that Jeff Johnson was the one who worked in this album with you. What was it about the sound you were trying to capture, and why did he fit that bill? Like, why did you bring him on board?
Well, he's one of the best in Canada, first of all.
Okay.
So I knew that I would be in really good hands. And I've done some songwriting with Chris Buckman, and I've loved some of the work he's put out with them. And yeah, I just wanted something really fresh, and I wanted something all my new music is very feel good and a little bit on the pop side. And so I knew that he could really, really get that. And yeah, he's just a musical ninja. He literally in the studio, if it was like trying to get me into a moment or something, he'd be like, okay, drop down 10 push-ups. I'm like, okay. Or it's like when we were recording He'll Be With You, and he felt like I needed to just relax. He was like, okay, here's a glass of red wine, try this. You know, just he was so great with working with me. Yeah.
I hear you. Okay, so there's Count on You here, Do Your Thing, Dear Mama, Wait on Me, Sunday Fun Day, and then Gypsy Girl. Again, we're gonna get to Gypsy Girl because there's a video for that, and I want to talk about that. And I love the song, but Count on You and then Wait on Me, I feel as well are a couple of my favorites on the song as well. I understand that those were written for your partner, and I want to ask when you use your giftings or your gifts like a musician, what do you find yourself, how often do you get to write songs that make it on a record for your partner, and what's that process like when you have to write about somebody who you're with?
Well, this time around, they were happy songs about my partner. The last album was like breakup songs about the partner.
Okay.
So, first of all, I was in a much happier headspace and time in my life. And
Okay.
I had actually tried to write Wait on Me a few times over the last like 6 years. And I just hadn't written the one that I wanted that would present how I felt about him supporting me through my journey, and how he does literally wait on me, you know, and I'm gone for weekends or weeks or months. He waits for me to come home. And same with Count on You. It was like I was down in Nashville when I wrote both of those songs, so I was missing him a lot.
Gotcha.
So I
Gotcha.
felt like that was also probably some really good like songwriting power to be away from him at the time, and I could really just reminisce about about him and think about him. And I also was in the room with his songwriter Dave Panish, and he is amazing. So I was in really good hands co-writing both of those songs.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so of these 7 songs that are on the album, which would you say captures the spirit of the album the best? I know that's it might be a stretch of a question, but when you do listen back to the album, it could be 1 or 2, but which captures most the spirit of what you were trying to communicate on the album?
Okay, I would say Gypsy Girl.
Okay.
And also a little bit of Do Your Thing, because I'm all about just like people just being themselves and, you know, allowing yourself to live how you want to live and just be different and to not judge other people, and just all about that and just being kind and stuff. And so I feel like Do Your Thing is very much like that, and that's just the vibe I put out to the world. And also Gypsy Girl is also that free-spirited, like how I am, just, you know, you want to travel and you want to get up and go and not being so held down, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So I think both those songs.
Okay. Now let's talk about Gypsy Girl, because it's a fun song. I love the album as well. You had some really amazing people work on the music video itself. I looked them up and stuff, but the idea for the music video, you were lying on the couch, you get up and then you hit the road, pick up your girl, and it's just a really feel-good, fun video. So how long ago was that song written?
About 5 years ago.
Okay. I was trying to contrast it with what we had experienced in the last close to 2 years now, and you know, being in that space where you desire to break free and to break loose, and you know, all of the limitations that, you know, the pandemic had put on us. I thought it was kind of like an escape from that. I think it fits really well. More so this time in the video of the song as well. So you talk about Gypsy Girl being like part of your personality and being able to break free and all of that. How soothing was it for you to be able to land on that perfect song that eventually made it on your record, when it was talking about your personality, as you would describe it?
Yeah. Well, when I wrote it, oh my gosh, I loved it so much when I wrote it too. And it actually didn't make the cut on my last album, which is so funny.
Really?
Yeah, it's so funny.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Two songs. Also, Sunday Funday was the other one, and I don't know. It's so funny how that works. It's just odd. I don't know, but yeah. And like this song is like, drop a dot on the map. I got a full tank of gas. Mama, don't you worry, I'll make it back. Because that's like me. I'm always going here, going there, and my mom's like always worried. I'm like, it's okay. And the music video too. Actually, I have the little map right here. This is the map from the music video.
Oh, yeah, I did see that one, that you were going to put a pin on the map and then you were just going to go or something.
There it is. And so in the video, we, because of the times we're in, we specifically made the dot on the map to be Trail, DC, where I live. Oh, because we're all doing our own little staycations all the time, right? And so that was kind of the vibe of the video too, because we just traveled all around my home area, like my hometown and just close to. And yeah, and my director was amazing. And yeah, it's so fun. It's so fun.
Awesome. No, the video, I think, captured the intensity of the song and just the storytelling of the song. I think they played really well off of each other. So congratulations on the record itself, on that single. I know it dropped, the album itself dropped on August 13th, right? You're pretty excited about that. What does it feel like putting out an album in these times?
Not even just an album, just music in general, singles. I've had to put out 3 singles during a pandemic, which has been, to be honest, very hard, because I'm used to touring across the country and doing radio and publicity and TV, and that's how you get out in front of people and you promote your song.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's been tough because you can just do what you can from home digitally. And but you know what? I couldn't wait. I couldn't just wait for this thing to pass. And so yeah, just been doing my best and still, you know, doing the music videos and stuff. And we snuck in and did a CD release show before the new restrictions here came back.
Okay.
I cried. I cried at the show. That's how happy I was. So, yeah, feels great to have it out.
I hear you. I'm really, really excited. I'm excited for artists, really, that they're. So this is what I think. I think during this last, however many months that we've been at home, I think it shows resilience for artists who have been able to keep working and keep putting out music, however limited the abilities are. And you're one of those people, and I want to say congratulations for your strength and your ability to push through all of the craziness to put out music and keep putting out art. I think it just shows resilience, really, and the love of your art and your craft. So congratulations again. Before I do let you, no worries. I want to ask how you have fared as an artist and as a person over the last little while that the world has experienced this downturn caused by the pandemic.
Right. How have I been? Is that what you said?
Yes. How you fared? Yeah.
Well, it was again at the beginning. It was very hard because I was on a big tour for Wait on Me, and I was on my way to Toronto actually to the morning show. And Jasper, my publicist, was like, "You gotta go home because this is actually a real thing." I was just very in denial the first like couple weeks of it. I was like, "No, I'm going to Toronto," and I came home, and that was like our biggest publicity tour we'd had too. We had like 6 TV placements, and so, anyways, came home, and it was an adjustment because you go from going from here to there to there to there and just traveling all over the place to staying in your house 24/7. It was a little bit hard, but I did lots of hiking because I love hiking. So I got some really good hikes off my bucket list. You know, therapy was helpful. Someone to talk to about the crazy stuff. So I've managed. There's been some hard times, of course, I think like everyone, but yeah, just trying to put my best foot forward and try to stay as positive as I can and take care of myself and my health and my mind. And yeah, so I think I'm coming out above.
I hear you, and we're more than excited. Like I said, it just fills us with joy to see the resilience. Like we talk about it all the time on this channel, or rather on this page, that we talk about arts and artists and what they do and what they give to the society. And I think you guys have lived up, you know, a whole lot this last year, regardless of all that has gone on. And I couldn't be more proud to be part of the community. Your album is great. We you know, might not be all that you wanted, but we're gonna do our best here to try and introduce it to as much people as we can on our page. I really love it. Like I said, there are great songs on there. I'm just looking at the list here. I seen the video for Do Your Thing as well, which is incredible. There's that drone shot of you where you were lying down on the ground, and that just really nice overhead shot. That
the rainbow, the rainbow sidewalk.
Yeah, I really, really love. And you were riding a bicycle, and it was just really
it was
that was
really
my hometown.
Fun.
That was my hometown.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice. I'm just really thrilled. Do you ever? We're here in Toronto. Do you ever come out here at all? Do you have plans? Have you ever gigged here at any point in time?
Well, I used to come out there lots.
Okay, what happened?
I've been there so many times. I've done a lot of tours like across Canada, so like from coast to coast, and so I used to play often at the Cadillac Lounge.
Okay.
Which is no longer, unfortunately. But and also I spent about 3 months out there. In 2015, I did Canada's Music Incubator.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, and so it was a music program, and yeah, so I'd like to come back. I hope to.
No, we'll be looking out for you, whether it's here in Toronto or wherever it is that you are, as the restrictions, hopefully the numbers continue to go down across the provinces, and as we continue to get, get out of what has been literally a hell for a lot of people, we will keep looking out for your music and all the stuff that you put out. I'm so thrilled for your album and your time today. Just let us know where we can listen to all of this stuff. I know the album came out on August 13th, but where can we find more of the stuff that you're doing and all the stuff that you're working on?
Yeah, so of course you can find me here on Instagram at Lisa Nicole Music, and
Okay.
also Lisa Nicole Music on all my social media, and same with Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon, wherever you listen to music, YouTube, I'm on there.
Okay.
And then my website's lisanicolemusic.com. And then I also have a podcast called Wild Hearts.
Okay.
So if you want to like learn a little bit more of what I do and what I like to do and talk about, there's that. Yeah, and that's it.
I did watch a few videos of yours on YouTube, though. I think my takeaway from this conversation I've had with you is that there is an alignment between what I see in the videos and yourself as well. There's just that burst of energy and that effervescence and that spirit liveliness, and I love that congruity. I love when it's a mirror image between what you put out and who you are. I really love that. I think that's my takeaway beyond your incredible talent.
I
Oh,
have heard
geez,
you
thank
perform.
you. Thank
I,
you.
I have heard you perform Wait on Me, like so. Um, we love you. We love your work. We're going to keep supporting you the best we can. Thank you for your time, and we'll keep talking, Nicole.
Thank you, FA. Thank you.
No problem. No problem. Okay. For now, I'm going to say bye, but we keep talking and we'll keep staying in touch. Okay.
Okay, sounds great.
all right. Take
See
care now. Have
ya.
yourself a great day. Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.